What is up guys, Wraec is here with a new video, and today we are going to do hero drills together. I figured despite there being solutions in game, some of you guys may be stuck on certain stages, and I'm a big fan of this event, so I thought we'll do those together so you can see what my solutions are, what my way to solve those stages is, and maybe you can copy some or just enjoy me talking about those challenges. So why am I a big fan of this event? Well, basically it is a decent amount of loot, we get some nice amount of title essence, 60, I think that's more than last time. 15 temporal essence are of course well appreciated, and we only have a total of 16 stages to do, 8 today, and then in 3 days 10 hours we get the last 8 basically. And those challenges are always themed towards a certain goal. Energy recovery is the goal. Here we have the goal to control enemies, and you kind of have to use heroes you are not really familiar with often, and you get to learn them a little bit better, and in the end you learn something by completing the challenge, and I think that's a cool concept. So first challenge theme is energy recovery, and I have to say the balancing on this one not too great. Chippy says try to control enemies to give Arden energy, and yeah, that is a mechanic Arden has. At this note, by the way, keep a look at that. The ascension state of those heroes may vary, so sometimes you might just have a legendary hero, sometimes you have a mythic, sometimes you even have a supreme or supreme plus hero. Here we see we do seemingly have the hero focus despite it being great out in log, and we have the mythic plus ability. Sometimes that's a bit weird. So the obvious solution here is to place iron, because by controlling enemies we give our Arden energy. No matter what, it also works with Granny. It is a bit badly balanced, so in that regard, yeah. Don't know. Bit of a fail on that one in my opinion, because yeah, Granny is not easier because it just works with both, but yeah, usually those challenges were a bit, or last time they were a bit more designed that they required one specific solution and not either way. So yeah, control enemies once again here. This stage is not super difficult. The only thing that we really have here is this battle duration condition, more than 70 seconds left. That leaves us with just 20 seconds to clear the stage, meaning we want damage. We have Arden here, we can go with Alsa, and then there is the decision basically, you don't want to use Granny because Granny is really not that much damage. You can either go Iron, which I recommend because Iron will trigger both Arden and Alsa, or you can go with Flora. I will go with Iron on this one. The preset heroes like Arden can always be moved, by the way. Don't forget that. Just because they are on a board, they are not locked to that position. So if you don't like the position of Arden there, that is an option. So using the grouping there, we get massive damage from Alsa, of course, and the first ult will put a massive stun on those smokies, making sure we clear this stage within just 14 seconds, which is very, very nice. Big damage here, you can see. There's partly damage from Iron, but Alsa and Arden are really the big damage dealers here, so make sure you use Alsa. Next stage, Mighty Knockdown. Here, by the way, a nice example for what I said about different ascension states. This Soren is very squishy. The idea of this stage is to activate Ulmus Mythic Plus, and that is activated whenever an enemy is knocked down, knocked into the air, or affected by other displacement effects. And whenever somebody says displacement effects, I think of Soren. I have to say, this stage didn't work the first time I tried it. Just didn't. So usually what's supposed to happen is Soren hits this enemy, Ulmus is between them, and that basically lets Soren stun this enemy all over, remove him, and then bind him with iron roots. I had some success placing him a little further back. We can try and see how that works out. He just can't take a hit really well, so yeah, that worked better for me. Placing him directly next to the Ulmus was kind of bad, and yeah, that is really what you want to see. It's clear you want Ulmus really to take the first hit, because that's 791k that he takes there. And yeah, that's quite devastating. Soren is rather squishy on this stage, but it's also part of the challenge, so a little bit of a position change here. Battle duration has more than 70 seconds left. Once again, control enemies challenge. Once again, we have different ways to do this. One way to control is of course Soren Alsa. This is a combo that is pretty viable. The other one is also Dumont. Dumont a bit slow. I like the combination of Soren and Alsa just because they were meant to be played together and are pretty fast. So I'm pretty DPS heavy because they make use of each other's ability. We see Soren here stunning one of the enemies, hitting him against those rocks, and that is really ideal. That was not very ideal that he died there, but it turned out it still worked. So we had enough DPS there to still clear despite of this little failure, and those were actually already the first 4 stages, so that worked out pretty well, giving us a nice 30 Tidal Essence and 2 Temporal Essence, and of course the later stages are a bit better. So those stages, they are a bit tricky, because now we are in the Graveborn realm, and personally I have to say, Graveborn, I didn't look into it. I don't know about a lot of those Graveborn heroes. I knew Niru, but not very well. Like, I'm not an expert on Niru. So what I did here, I tried to get some damage on the board, of course, by Salazar. Salazar is a damage dealer. And your goal really is to make him survive here. The enemy is the Bandit Canon, and what the Bandit Canon does is he has this weapon, starts the battle with full energy, loses 70 energy, and then he inflicts basically has like a big laser beam. And he's a very annoying enemy. So one thing we can do is we move him back, we keep him a bit in the front, and we try to attack like this, and you will see Niru activating his ability, allowing our Salazar to enter the ghost state when he dies, and he of course takes massive damage there, and we have the option to keep him, you know. Now he enters the ghost state, our Niru kept him alive at that point, and once we survive this initial barrage we are pretty safe. So yeah, this is really the way to clear this. Just make sure Niru puts his ult on Salazar, and then Salazar can take this mighty amount of damage. If you used Heaven, you will probably not clear this. This one I think is buggy, honestly. The way to clear this is probably like this. You want the Niru ult once again on your damage dealer, and the trick here is that Sylvina jumps to the enemy and jumps actually behind the enemy. So she will end up behind the wall and then try to run back, and our laser dude should target her, which gives Salazar enough time to clear those enemies. In reality, this doesn't really work out. You can't cheese it with Igor, doesn't work. And yeah, it ended up working only sometimes. We can try it now. Sometimes our laser dude just decided that he doesn't want to target Sylvina, but this is really the optimal solution here. Okay, looks pretty good right now still. Okay. Got a knockdown there, which is nice. Salazar ult, please. Thank you. Okay, we're good on this one. So this is really the trick. The Sylvina jump behind the wall, and then she can run around and basically make our laser cannoneer target her. And that works out rather well. For this stage, oh, I like this stage. I really like this stage. Move Ludovic to the front, and we have a demonstration of Viperion here. This stage is so cool. I wanted to make basically a team with Viperion after I saw it. Well, we will see. It is pretty nice. It is pretty nice. Let's start this. So we get the Ludovic heal field, and yeah, not much really happening beside that. I don't know why I decided to target that over there. And there are the Viperion dragons. That looks so cool. Snakes, dragons. But the clear of this stage, let's watch it again. It's only a few seconds, but I really like it, because you rarely see Viperion really being used. And on this stage is such a beautiful display of his powers. So let's see it. Bam, there they are. That is really nice. That is really nice. Okay. Definitely a cool stage. Last one. I don't even remember this one. Team Survival. Okay. Would have to think about that. I don't really remember it, I'll be honest. I think we're once again doing Salazar and Viperion. I'm pretty sure. Not Viperion. We're just going for Salazar and I forgot her name. Sylvina. Okay. And just try to switch everything around at the end. We have winning condition of everybody surviving till the end, and I think it was a close one when I did it. Yeah, we're still living. I'm not very comfortable. Okay, yeah, worked out, nice. We just had to avoid this Sylvina ult from the enemy, because there was also Sylvina, and of course we don't really want her to hit our heroes. So our Sylvina dodged their Sylvina, and that made things a little bit more easy for us. The Ludovic here that we had is Supreme, so it's a pretty tanky hero. And that's already it. Those were our 8 stages, granting us some nice loot, 5, 30, 20. We definitely take 5 Temporal Essence, a bit closer to Lily May plus 15 for me, and of course Tidal Essence, always well appreciated. I hope you liked the commentary. If you are ever stuck on a stage and just want to see some solutions for it, there is also this little info button, and this shows all of the things. You can check out the abilities of the heroes here, but you can also check out some records. There are different solutions, as you can see. Maybe clicked on the wrong stage, because I think there were only 2 heroes there, but too many stages there are different solutions. Some work a bit better, some work a bit worse. I'm pretty confident that the solutions I showed in this video work pretty well. Tested them on one account, as I said, and now on this account, and as you saw, we pretty much cleared everything first try, so that is one way to do it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and with that, I wish you a great day. We'll see us in the next one.